This is LEGO Transformers 1 B-127. Here we have him in his super sleek Cybertronian race car. One could notice that there is a lack of gold, which is inaccurate to the movie. My excuse being that gold pieces aren't in best supply and regular yellow works just fine. His car has a very streamlined look that I think I was able to capture good enough. The windshield wraps around the entire center, almost referring back to the Camaro stripes. I was able to keep the profile of the alternate mode quite slim, and with the round dish tiles as wheels, I'm super happy with how it came out. I'm especially proud with how the rear end cleans up with the slopes ending at a point. I would argue that the placement of the front wheels should be a bit further forward, but considering how the shoulders work, the compromise is necessary, and doesn't detract from the aesthetic of the alternate mode. Moving on to robot mode is the short, loving comedic relief that children love and parents hate. I personally like the character, especially because he finally had a real voice, and not to mention Keegan-Michael Key, who is one of my favorite comedians. Getting back on track to the robot, I'm very happy with how he turned out. He is a 4-stud wide build, so he is a bit easier to work with in comparison to the usual scale I work with. I was able to reference the YOLO Park model kits for details and some transformation bits from the mainline toy. I love the way his proportions worked out, as his shoulders are a bit wider than Alita, but he's shorter than the entire TFOne cast. For articulation, his head has a swivel and up and down. He has a universal shoulder joint, a 90-degree elbow bend and swivel, a universal hip joint, 90-degree knee bend, and up and down movement at the feet. He is quite dynamic, but the only thing missing is ankle tilt. For accessories, he has 2 ion blasters, 2 knife hands, and a battle mask. The ion blasters are just Technic wheels, and they simply replace his hands, and the knife hands are 1x2 transparent tiles that peg onto the side studs. I'm really happy with how the accessories look on him, and it can only make me think of one word: hint. It starts with a B, ends with N, and is 11 letters long. All in all, I'm extremely happy with how B-127 turned out, and he might be my favorite iteration of the character to date. With that, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.